Hey there. Welcome everyone. I'm just moving a few windows around on my computer so I can see the chat, hopefully. If you have any questions, please write them in capitals. I'm so glad you're here. We're going to be doing a bit of stenciling today. In fact, we're going to give Hedgehog a rainbow makeover. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I have some really cool products that I've been using this year. I've been using a lot of Christmas products. And if you know me, you already know that I like to kind of make things stretch. And when I get things, sometimes I like to make sure that it's something I can use all year round. So we're going to be doing a bit of that as well. So let me know in the chat if you haven't already. I know there's already some great ideas there, but let me know if you have a favorite stenciling technique on a card, or if you've never ever tried stenciling, or if it's something that's one of your favorite things to do. There is so many things that you can do with stencils, and they're an affordable supply. Like there's something that you can have a lot of that don't take up a lot of space and very versatile. I've got 3 ideas today. I've got, where are we? On there. Starting with one of my favorite ways to use a stencil, which I think most people would be their go-to way. Hi, everyone. Is to do a background. Now I'm going to change this one up a little bit today, so because we're going to stretch things. This is a set of stencils that I got. I was guest design this month with Concord and Ninth, which was a buzz. I just had so much fun with the release. They had a set of like 6 stencils for Christmas, but they don't have to be used just for Christmas. Probably the only one, I mean, you could use, hard to see, snowflakes. Yes, Christmas, but you could also do like a winter style card with that. This one here, got to say, that's pretty Christmas. You can't get away from that. Oh no, maybe you could think of something else, like a winter card would work as well. But they're kind of like a semi-layering set or a multicolored layering set. So these could be used all year round for sure. But anyway, I'm going to start by doing a background. And one thing with stencils is they're often numbered or labelled. Not all of them will line up, but some of them do. So it does pay to take a look at the ones that you've got. You can get just a single stencil, but to tell which ones go first or which way you should be having your stencil, they've got the name. This one's got a name just engraved on the plastic here. But sometimes they'll be numbered as well. So it's worth having a look so that you don't sort of waste opportunities with your stencils. Because sometimes I'll be using something for years and I realise I'll go and watch someone else use it. And I got a little bit tight there, sorry. And I think I never knew that that product did that, or that was for that. So it is worth sort of looking into what you've got and making the most of it. Because you've already invested the money, so you might as well. Now, I said we're going to step this up a little bit. So we're going to be doing, instead of just an ombre style, like you can use multicolours or single colours on stencils or even with stamps, but I'm going to make a rainbow coloured background. I don't do a lot of rainbows on cards, but I know that they're pretty popular in the card making world. And you can make a rainbow with just 3 colours, so you don't need a lot of colours to do a rainbow. So if you have got limited supplies, rainbows are good for that. So basically yellow and pink, and I'm using some ink blending tools. I'm using the big ones, which is going to give me a real quick and fun background. But you join yellow and pink together and you get an orange tone in the middle. So 2 colours is already giving me 3 colours, which is pretty cool. We're going to take this a little step further. You can add as little or as much ink as you want. Do remember that ink will dry a little bit lighter. So if you're wanting a deeper colour, either use a darker colour or wait for it to dry. Have a look at it, and you can always add more ink after. Kim wants to know the details on how to get these stencils. I have a link in the description below the video. It has, if you scroll right down in the description, these are from Concord and Ninth. So I think they're available in the US at, I think I'll put the link for Simon Says and for Concord and Ninth. And these are affiliate links. So that means if you click on that link, I will get more commission, but it won't cost you any more at all. If you prefer not to use affiliate links, you can search for the product. It's called Merry Mix, the Merry Mix Stencils. So this is kind of a greeny blue colour. If you use a blue in a rainbow and mix it with the yellow, you will get a green in between, but this one's already got the 2 tones in it. But if you've only got a blue dye ink, that will give you a green in the middle, so therefore you'll have like more colours of the rainbow. And then if I add pink here, that will give me a purple tone. But I'm going to cheat a little bit, just because I wanted this this sort of tone of purple, and I'm using my pink blending tool here. Doesn't matter, you don't need a blending tool for every colour, because you can clean them off. I'm just using paper towel. If they get, I do have some for lighter inks now and darker, but I've got a total of 6 of these, but you don't need that many. I survived like I was doing it tough with just 4 blending tools. I kind of keep 1 for the pinks and purples, 1 for the oranges and browns, 1 for the greens, and orange, brown, green, blue, the blues. Oh, I think actually I normally would use the blues with the purple, you know, like mix them together, depending on the tone, how light it is and dark. This is my favourite bit, everybody's. Gigi's asking, can a permanent marker stay on the stencil? Yes, you can do that. If you can't see, if you're having trouble seeing, you can always do that. How cool is that? I love the rainbow. I have used a permanent marker on the stencils, especially some of them have a line through them with multiple, like one portion of the stencil will be for one part of a flower, another portion will be another part of the flower, and there's a little line on the stencil. If you can't see it, you can just draw that on with a marker. And it shouldn't transfer, if it's permanent, it shouldn't transfer when you're using the ink. If it's a dye ink, because it's water-based. Now this has also got the name Concord and Ninth, so I know that this goes here, this way. Or you could just turn it around. And what I like about this is it layers without layering over top. So I can have, like if I want to come in and add some gel or glitter paste with a palette knife, then I could come in and add that and have that as a highlight. I could come in with some black dots. I thought that would look really modern, but I'm not. I'm going to do something different, kind of. I'm going to go back through my colours again. And I've got the greens down here. So this time I'm going with the greens up here. and I'm going to work a reverse rainbow through my pattern. I knew you'd like that. Tina's saying that it's best to use a clear tape over the marker on the stencil. Well, that's going to protect it, isn't it? Because it's not going to wear away. I just tend to read it. I haven't really had a problem. I'm going backwards, so I want the yellow. I'm just thinking. The brain. It's my night duty week this week, so the brain doesn't work so well. But that would work. It would stop any chance of it bleeding or getting worn off. So this is creating like a green between. And then I'll go back to the pink. Now, these, you don't have to have blending tools like this. There's so many different kinds on the market. I would recommend, if you've never really used them much before, that to try maybe one or two and see what suits you, because we're all a little bit different when it comes to blending. And I struggled particularly getting a nice smooth blend with a lot of the other tools, and it wasn't this particular tool works really well for me, but it might not for you. So go out and buy one for every color and then find out you don't like it. Because we're all different. Now, I don't want to put purple here because it's got the purple in the corner. I'll just go with a little bit of the green. I was hoping there'd be some ink left on there. Alas, no. Are you ready for the big reveal? Tina uses alcohol to clean her stencils, and then we'll take the marker right off. I typically just wash mine with give them a wipe over with a chamois, wet chamois, or take them to the sink. There we go. A multi-coloured background rainbow stencil in just a couple of minutes. If I didn't add that second layer or do multiple colours, it would have been even faster. Now I'm going to set this aside, and you'll notice when I bring it back, it'll probably look a bit lighter. Oh, E wants to say thank you for the gift voucher. She used it to buy Gina K's Stamptember collaboration. Oh, I'm so glad you bought something nice for yourself. Very helpful to me. Okay, the Stamptember stuff has been amazing. I think, is it selling? It sells out really quickly too. I know that. This is another way to use stencils. So backgrounds is probably my most go-to, and there's so many different ways that you can do those. I've got a video coming up soon. It should be out next week with lots more stencil tips and tricks and ideas. So keep an eye out for that. I will email that out. If you're not on my email list, make sure that you sign up and you get a freebie. The link is over at my blog. I must put the link here on, where is it? I've got it. I must put the link here at YouTube. I haven't done that, have I? My apologies. This is a really clever stamp set. It's an older one now. I don't know, how do we classify older? More than 2 months ago? The stamp is actually one piece, and all the stencils colour at once, and you can tell here which stencil, there's 4, and you can tell which one is for what section. These are also numbered stencil ones, so with all the numbers up in the same corner, I can put them together, and I know that it's hard to tell, but they all line up over that image there. So if I tuck this into a corner of a MISTI, each time I put it in, it's going to be in the same spot. And that makes a really easy way to color with stencils. But I'm using my grid mat here. This is a sticky mat. There's a lot of different versions of these as well. I use it to help hold my ink pad when I've got the bigger one, so I can work a bit quicker. But you don't need any of that. If you haven't got it, just get a piece of low-tack tape. I'm only doing the flowers here today, so I'm lining them up as best I can. I'm not sure how many I'm going to use. But you can just use some tape on a piece of paper, tape down the stencil. You can tape the paper down so it's not shifting as you're adding colour. And it doesn't have to be any more complicated than that. Okay, so I've got grey ink, no rainbow here. But if I wanted to clean this, if I had too much ink on it, I can just rub it onto the paper towel. Thank you, Costco. If I want it a bit lighter, I can just tap some off. What I want to do here is just create a little bit of a shadow. See, I'm thinking of like a white flowers here. So remembering it will dry a little bit darker. So I'm adding just a little bit of ink where the shadows are going to be on the petals. It's taken me years, I still do it sometimes. It's taken me years not to call petals leaves when I'm filming. I get distracted and yeah, I might just do, just in case I want to add a little one. I'm not really sure yet. I might only use one. Oh, that's almost a grey flower. Is there such a thing? And also, one thing is, it might not look like I've put much on there, and it will dry lighter. But sometimes when you pull the stencil away, it really, you think, wow, I didn't expect it to be like that, you know, that dark. And I'm not going to need all of that. Oops, I did forget to do the leaves while I was chatting. So I'll add less ink this time. I haven't re-inked my blending tool. This is similar kind of one. It's got these really fine bristles, very similar to the last one. And should do these leaves while I'm at it. I decided I wasn't going to add any leaves, but I changed my mind because we're allowed to. Trying to read what's going on. Are they selling the avian set in a bundle? Gigi's asking. Yes, I didn't link the bundle, but you can click through the other link and it should come up. I saw it at both Simon Says and at Alex Siberia. This is Alex Siberia Designs, this one. So I did see the bundle for both places. And I made a card using this bird. It was a shaped front card. I think there's a video for that one as well. Yeah. If I remember, I'll link it in the description below so that if you want to see another card made using this set, I'll at least link the blog post, but I'm pretty sure I made a video for it. Heck, Did I do that? No, I didn't. I forgot that bit. Are they leaves or flowers? They're going to be pretty hidden anyway, Therese. I have a plan. Best laid plans. Matcha. Everything's been matcha tea and aloe vera lately for me. I'm enjoying them. Okay, so this is a half and half. Okay. See how quickly you can colour using a stencil. Like if I was colouring these with markers or with, and the thing about plastic is hard for them to line up and coordinate with a stamp set. I know there's some sort of manufacturing difficulty. They do such an amazing job, but that was just out slightly. It could be my lining up ability. So I just had to shift it slightly. Okay, I will need to go for my next stencil. I want the one with this. Yeah. I'm just going to make this green. Could make it brown. And what have we got left? We've got the centre of the flowers to do. And they need to be yellow. Right, cheerful yellow. Don't they? Warm sunshine. Such a happy colour. Okay. Right. Any more questions? Oh, Gigi found it. Awesome. So when it comes to, here we go, grey flowers. Why not? But this is not a Christmas set. But pretty much everything else I'm using today is. Okay, cover the permanent marker. Oh, now I see what you guys are talking about. They clean their stencils with alcohol, like with alcohol. So that was going to rub off the permanent marker. I'm slow. All right. So how easy is this? Everything can be coloured with the 4 stencils. 1 stamp. Do I need to restamp? I don't think so. I did leave it in the stamp positioner just in case, but looks pretty good. I stamped it initially, I forgot to say, I stamped it with the like a pigment ink, like Nocturne, I think it was. I either grabbed Nocturne or Obsidian. For me, they're both very similar. They work very similarly. Fantastic inks for ink blending. Dry pretty quick. They don't blend in with your ink. You can hit, if you're worried about it blending, you can either just wait a few minutes and the ink will dry. The other thing you can do is hit it with a low setting on the heat tool, or just hit it from a little bit further away if you've only got one setting on your heat tool. Now we've got a bunch of flowers, leaves, and we need to make a couple of cards. Okay. And while I'm at it, I probably need to do because you know me, I like to double up my die cuts. I'm going to add pop them up, which we know is most likely going to happen because, let's face it, I'm making a card. Has to have dimension. Right. Very good. Once I work out which ones I'm going to use, then we'll know. Okay. What do we got next? So I've done 2 stenciling techniques. We've done a really quick background and we've done some stenciling through coordinating stamps, stencils and dies. It makes it very easy. If you are not a strong colorist or you don't have the time to color, adding color to something like that is really quick, easy, and not too stressful either, especially if you've got groups of ink colors that are that match, you know, like a lot of companies do different variations, but the like the alternate inks that I use, you know, there's like 4 colors in one family. You can just work your way from the lightest to the darkest using the layers on the stencil. Makes it very easy. Hedgehog. This is like from a Christmas release from Spellbinders. It's called Hedgehogs. Totally cute as. But he doesn't have to be for Christmas. Well, I don't think he does anyway. And we're going to layer him up. But I want to do some more stenciling. This time I'm going to be adding a pattern with a stencil. Now, I had a look. This stencil isn't available anymore. It's been retired, but there's so many stripy stencils out there. This is an old one that builds like a, what do you call it? Plaid background. It's a lot of fun. I have just a little piece of cardstock, and I was thinking, I don't know if it's going to work or not. We'll see. I was thinking we might do a bit of a rainbow. I'm going to do the same thing again. Just add some colour direct to, oh, you know what this is? This is that. I might get some light. FYI. This is thick cardstock, I just realised. It is going to be very similar. I tend to like working on like the 80-pound or the lighter weight cardstock. It's still fairly thick, but I don't know if it's because the cardstock's so porous, it doesn't like to blend as well. So if you are having trouble with your ink blending, change up the cardstock. See how much easier that was? And all I did was changed the cardstock I was using. No, right? So it goes pink and yellow. That makes orange. I have to tell myself. Sometimes I'll write it down because I get confused which way to go. But how cute's that? So keep an eye out. I've got that stencil video coming up next week. Next weekend, not this one coming, the one after, is World Card Making Day. I'm working all weekend, but I am going to be on Craft Roulette for World Card Making Day. Now I don't know what time it is for them that I'm on. Mary has a huge day planned. It's going to be so much fun. We all get, I think it's half an hour. We get the parameters for the, what am I up to? Focus. Oh, this one. We get the parameters, and there's a whole heap of us. Every half an hour, there's a new person on. We make a card in that half an hour using the 4 parameters, and that's going to happen. Oh gosh, that card came out bright, didn't it? And go back over. Not that it's going to matter on this. This is just going to get die cut. So I'm going to be making my card. I think it's about 8 o'clock in the morning in Brisbane time, Monday morning at 8 a.m. on the Craft Roulette channel. It won't be on my channel as well, but I will send out an email, hopefully with the link and the exact times, but because it'll be the day before in the US and the UK and the EU. So it'll be actually on World Card Making Day, which will be the 4th. So, purple. So I'm really excited about that. It's no stress, really. Making a card, 4 parameters in half an hour. That will be a lot of fun. It always is. Mary's a hoot. I think I went a bit heavy-handed with the morning. What is it? Mountain mist. Not that it matters. Nothing matters. We're having fun making a card together. The paper will be a little bit wet from the ink. Not hugely so, but when you're going to die cut, which is what we're going to do with this, when you're going to die cut, it's worth just waiting a few seconds for it to dry. It does help, especially if you're not getting nice crisp cuts. That could be one of the reasons. All right. Definitely very rainbow today. Makes me happy. We have to get the buffalo plaid out next. I don't know how this is going to. We're just winging it. What lives are about. Okay. So what I was thinking, I've got our little hedgehog, but I wanted to, he has a hat and a scarf. And I was thinking it could be fun. I'll need to go that way. We do like a rainbow coloured hat and scarf. But if we go with the stripes over top, we'll have to do it multicoloured, do you reckon? Or can we get away with, I don't know if I'm going to see this one. I might have to up it to the next level. We'll see. Give it a whirl. Like I said, you're not actually going to see a lot of this anyway because it's going to be cut down, die cut down. You're going to get brown in the middle. We'll see. Yes, I'm pretty excited. I get to play craft roulette with Mary and everybody. She always got some really fun crafters lined up. Oh, good. I'm glad that's working. Jerry's saying thank you for the emails with the local time linked. I think that's going to work. I'll give it a go. If not, we might just have to do the rainbow version. Be good. And Loretta's here too. Thank you, Loretta. It's working for you. I know, it was just very difficult because we're ahead in time. It's easier to work something out if it's here we go. The next day, because then you don't miss it. But if I'm sitting there telling you it's Thursday and for you it's on Wednesday, by the time you get to Thursday, you've missed it. I might just die cut that one out, see how it goes. That's stripy, isn't it? Right. I think it's got every time in the world on that one. Right. That's cute. What I might do is, now the hat has these little, which I'll cut in pink. I'm just wondering if I do need to add some stripes. I probably should. We don't want the hat getting jealous. Why not? Purple, pink, yellow. So Jenny, babe, I haven't. Oh, have I missed a question? Sorry. Oh, Steph, thank you. Steph thinks I do all right at craft roulette. Love your confidence. We will have the parameters before this time, Steph. It's the same ones that are on the program the day before. The regular show runs on a Friday night, which is Saturday morning for us. And they're the parameters we've got to use for the next day. So at least we know what we need, what we're going to do. One thing to be aware of is if you are putting tape onto ink blended or stamped cardstock, it has more of a tendency to tear the paper. So make sure not to put it anywhere that matters, like on something that you need. That one didn't work out too bad, but no, I've been there before so many times. It's just easier to put your tape away from the areas that aren't going to be needed, you know, on the rest of your card. Got this random bird flying around over there now. Okay, let's get that out the road and make our hedgehog. Now that we've done our 3 ink blending techniques, but there's so many more to come. I've got a ton planned. Well, maybe not a ton, a lot. So we need to make this hedgehog non-Christmassy. I don't want, he's in a rainbow, so I don't want him to be wintry either. I'm going to get rid of these gates. It's a cute little critter. It's just had a hankering to do some critter cards. So everyone in the chat, let me know what's your favourite way to use stencils in your cards. Or if you have a unique way, let me know. And because I've got some more stencil videos coming up real soon, so maybe it's something I can share with everybody. Because we don't like to keep secrets in card making, we like to share all our ideas. I have all the tools. I'm just saying you don't need all the tools, but some of them make life easier, for sure. I'm just a bit lucky. I'm easily swayed. My friends tell me all about these good things. Oh, I forgot to put his alarms in. Right, I can cut them off after, can't I? So don't really know. I might leave them because I've got to work out my flower arrangement yet. Okay. Are we zoomed in enough? I'm a bit worried. Trying to work out. I was wondering if anyone in Australia or New Zealand has managed to find somewhere that sells an Anna Griffin Empress machine at all. I haven't been looking for it either. I wonder if you could get it on Amazon, because they do sell, but you'd have to get it from the UK and then just convert the plug over or use an adapter. I've done that with machines before. Don't get the US one, not for our PowerPoints. Sorry, it makes me laugh. Okay, he needs some eyes. Looks like Batman. Now, I did cut a couple of pairs of glasses because last time I put black glasses on something, I got a fun comment from someone. Oh, so I went like, maybe I'll try some gold one. And I'm just doubling up. If you don't know what I'm doing here, I'm just doubling up the hat just so it has, because I'm going to pop up the Hedgehog course. And I'll just make it a bit more stable through the post. I don't even know. This is just some pink cardstock out of my scrap bin. Looks like it might be that, it's that really pretty colour I always use. Pink Lemonade, is it? From Concord and Ninth. It's probably what it is. But the other thing you could do is just create your own coloured cardstock with the ink that you have. Just swipe it on a piece of white cardstock and just give it a few seconds to dry. And you've got the exact colour that you need then. Do you want the pink pom-pom or is it too much? Nah, that's not too much. This little hedgehog has earmuffs, so I'm not adding those. That makes him look a bit too wintry in my mind. And I know the scarf looks wintry, but I don't know, I just think the rainbow is a lot of fun. Could be in the wind. All right. So this was stenciled. The pattern was stenciled over a rainbow blended back. Cute. So I'm a bit sorry there was late notice about today's live, but I was just doing a lot of work yesterday, getting everything all set up and fixing all of the internet-y stuff, just making sure it was going to work before we came on. It's definitely going to be a very rainbowy hedgehog today. Right. And I got to get, I like to use liquid glue on these die cuts. It dries pretty quick, but it's more the strong hold that I'm after. And that's not going to go anywhere once it's set. I didn't need that nose after all. I had enough noses already. All right. Go to the optometrist. I'm thinking the gold. I don't dislike the black, but I'm thinking the gold. And I will use, Lisa's tip is she loves to use Versamark on a stencil and then heat setting for a tone-on-tone background. So what she's saying is put the stencil down like I did earlier, and you can either smush your Versamark ink through the stencil, or you can blend it with the blending tool, which is going to give you a better coverage. And I'm just concentrating here for 2 seconds. Then remove the plastic stencil and hit it with your heat tool. There's the ink, it's like a watermark, what they call a watermark technique. So you're basically not adding any ink. Oops, I just didn't want that bit of nose showing there. You're not adding any coloured ink, you're just adding the watermark ink to get like a watermark effect. Like, so you still get the pattern, it's just a bit darker on the cardstock. You can't, it doesn't work so well if you've got a really dark cardstock, but it works beautifully on like craft or even the lighter colour ones. Now Steph's got to try it, haven't you? Okay, we still need to add some little hands, but first we need to work out our card. We have a card somewhere. Oh, we have a background too. There we go. Oodles of time. Rainbows everywhere. And I don't want it to be, I'm just going to die cut section here. And like I said, I didn't put that low-tack tape onto this section because I don't want to take the chance of it tearing. I just, oops, didn't do that very well, did I? I think I might have missed it when I cut it there. You get when you're rushing. I might just do that. Well, you threw the wrong bit away. Okay. What am I going to do now? Add that to my card front. That's the way I had it, wasn't it? Now that I've been playing with it, hopefully it'll still work. Like I said, that's the right one. One I use very often. I keep the ones that I use most. On top. And my go-to sizes. So I've used a Christmas layering stencil, the Merry Mix ones from Concord 9, for a non-Christmas design. Used a Christmas Hedgehog for the main element of the card. Oh, that must have had ink on it. Bummer. That's okay. We'll fix it. And it'll just be black pigment ink. No doubt. And then the next thing we're going to do is use, I'll get that off in a minute, use a Christmas sentiment. Well, it's a Christmas set. I thought I'd get one of the sentiments out of the Christmas Crackers stamp set. This is also from the Concord 9th. It has these really cool crackers. This is like a combo one, but it has like that hooray is in there. That would be cool. But this set, even though it's for Christmas, there's a lot of sentiments in here that could be used all year round. Not Merry Christmas. But this calls for confetti party time, celebrate good times, woohoo. So I figured when you're looking at purchasing stamp sets, that is one thing, and die sets, that is one thing that I tend to look at. Can I use it for the other times of year? Speech bubble time. Let's do that. We'll get that, and then we can add our flower. This is just a powder tool. De-static the black cardstock, because black cardstock's the worst when it comes to showing everything. Okay. Kathleen says you could put glossy accents on his boots and make them into gum boots or Wellingtons. I have a love-hate relationship with glossy accents. I actually stopped buying it because I love it when I use it, but I don't use it often enough that it always clogs up and dies. So then I tried buying the little bottles, but it didn't make much difference actually. So what I get now is, where is it? This one here, the Nouveau Crystal Glaze. It's wonderful. Has like a nice fine point on it. And every 6 months when I want a glossy accent something, it's it works. Good stuff. It's thinner though than the glossy accents. It's not quite as, it might be why it doesn't clog up so easily, but at least I'm not frustrated with it. Okay, now the best time to remove the sprays is now. And I'm just going to hit that with my heat tool, so I'll just be quiet for a moment because my voice is distorting when this is on. And I don't know how to fix that yet. That's the only thing I couldn't work out yesterday. And I was doing all the setting up. Oh, Zomar is here. Welcome. You must be in the middle of the night. Well, it is the middle of the night for me. Anything after 7:30 at night's the middle of the night for me. So these are, wasn't sure which one I was going to do. These are solid dies, so find it easier. So I keep the template, but then I also have, running out of bits of low-tack tape. And then I can just hopefully get that sitting. It does make it a bit harder, I think, when you've done heat embossing because you've got that slight warpedness to the cardstock. So extra tape won't hurt here. Hopefully I just didn't shift that. We'll see. Very good. I won't show the mess on my desk, or as Mary Gunn would say, the mesk. Find stuff on her mesk. I lost something the other day. I had it sitting, I knew I'd been just using it. I couldn't find it on my desk. It was right under my left hand. I can't believe I couldn't find it. It's just stupid. Anyone else do that? All right. We're nearly there, guys. Just got to build the card, really. Everything's made now. So that's another Christmassy product. This one's particularly good because it's definitely geared towards like a New Year theme as well, or birthday theme you could use it for. I just got a little bit of stray embossing powder there. Right, fix it in a minute. I'll need to pop up our little hedgehog with my not so huge roll of tape anymore. Of course, we're going to over adhese because that's how we roll. And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. And black for black. Got to be matchy-matchy. And we also need our flower. I know, Lisa, you're talking about over-adhesing all the time. Now, I was kind of thinking the big one. Now that I'm doing that, I've got a couple of, that's why I thought it was easier just to do you at a time. That's not so overwhelming, is it? I want the big one, but I'm not going to use it, am I? Because that's just... Is that just being silly? Not. And we've got some leaves. I don't know if we need them either. Okay. So what flower we got? That one. Won't be using that one. Thank you for your service. What else have I got coming up? I did write something else down. Oh yeah, this Sunday I'm going to teach a live class in Brisbane. I'm pretty excited about that. I'm going to make 3 cards planned, so hopefully get all 3 made. Depends how much talking we do. But that's the plan. It'll be head off to Vegas for Sunday. Oh, what did I do there? I just used that. Oh, here we go. I think this is getting empty, which I'm excited about because now I can put my Barely Arts glue in there, which is what I've been waiting to do because that's the fine tip. I wanted to put my Barely Arts glue with the fine tip. Okay. Definitely very rainbowy, isn't it? Now this is the reason I'm using dotted adhesive here is because I'm not sure about where I put it. If I don't like it, I can lift it up and move it. If I use my liquid glue here, and I'm kind of feeling like we need the edgy holding it. Yeah. Whoops. I'm going to do that. Then I do need to layer it up. I'm not a fan of with the dotted, but anyway, I got there. Try again. Change your plan. Our little hedgie is going to be holding the flower. Okay. So that means we can add this now. Oop. And glue my tweezers. And stick down. How are we going for time? I haven't even looked. Oh, sorry. Are we running late? Are we running early? Cool. So if anyone is here, it's going to be at the class on Sunday. Anyone sees this, say good day in the chat or in the description below, like in the comments below. We always have such a good time. I know. As long as I'm making cards, I'm having a good time. Doesn't really matter. Celebrate the good times. Bye. Right, I'm going to cut that off a little bit. All right, won't hurt a bit. Okay. Wrong angle, Therese. Focus. Normally I would have kind of tucked that in under the body, but I just wasn't sure at the time where I was going to put the hands, but we're good now. The little hedgies all together. The pink hat gets a little bit lost. I might have to do something with that after the event. Anyway, what I'll do is I'll take photos and put it up at my blog. And if you're subscribed to see everything that I put out, every email, and which way does that go? Then you'll see the email. Otherwise, just go and check out my blog in the next, like, for 24 hours, and you'll see all the tips and close-ups of the finished card. Go kind of that way. It needs to go up a little bit higher. And guess what I worked out the other day? I'm such a slow learner. I thought this was the same width as this. When I say width, I mean thickness, but it's actually thinner, which makes me very happy because now I can build up this instead of my little foam dots. Brilliant. And we probably need one more flower. Too much? Not too much, is it? Never. Okay. Can we get away with one there? Nope. Need two. Lots of adhesive today. Lots of dimension. Thank you, June. I like the gold glasses. I think the black ones worked, but the gold just works more with the rainbow. What do we think? Kind of need a leaf, don't we? One leaf. I've got enough stuff there to make another card now, haven't I, really? Probably should do that. Make another non-Christmassy Christmas card with a non-Christmassy card with Christmassy stuff. What do we think? Okay. How do we go? Did we manage to get the card in the end? It's very rainbowy, isn't it? Something different and quite busy. Too much? Anyway, I will take some photos. I may or may not add some stuff, remove some stuff. I usually remove stuff. I don't know if you're the same. So if you're coming to Brisbane for my class on Sunday, I'll see you there. I'll try and send out a reminder for the craft roulette what is it called? World Card Making Day Challenge at Craft Roulette. I'm going to be presenting or making a card live, which is I think about 8 o'clock Brisbane time on a Sunday morning, which is the night before you guys in the US and everywhere, like UK, everywhere else. And I hope to be back on the 9th of October for my next live with you guys. I have got a hygienist, like a dental hygiene appointment that day, so I'm not sure exactly what time that is. I may have to start just before 8 o'clock, like maybe 7:45. But I'll work out the times. It all depends if daylight savings has started by then, and my gut feeling is it probably has by then. So I will send out an email with those details and see you on the 9th of October, all being well. Thank you for joining me here. And if you've got any ideas or anything you want to know about stencils, keep an eye out because I have got some videos coming up very soon. If you want to know specific things, or just put it in the chat, in the comments probably is easiest down below because the chat will be closed off soon. But put it in the comments and I can answer you there. And maybe that's something that I can add to the next videos that I'm making. Thank you very much, everybody. Till next time, happy paper crafting. Bye.